Hello, this is going to be a tutorial on Google Fonts. And Google Fonts has changed their layout relatively recently, and like every UI, they update and they change, so these tutorials become dated. So let's talk about how to use a Google font within your website. And Google Fonts are great because they're free. Google has the rights to them, and you have rights to use them for commercial or personal use. Win-win situation. They have 1,000 fonts that you can choose from. And since this is probably the easiest way, besides using a web-safe font for your website, this is the way that for class we're going to be inserting websites the most. So you can see here how you can take a lot of time and pick some, and you can filter over here by category. So I'm going to pick a font. I'll just pick this one because it's right here in my face. And how to add this font to my website is I'm going to hit this little plus sign. And if I hit that plus sign, a pop-up comes up on the bottom that says one family selected, meaning I could choose, two different fonts. Two are selected. So I could select my display font and my body font. I'm going to click that and it kind of skyrockets up. And if you read through this, it's pretty clear of how to do that. But basically you want to embed the selected fonts by placing this bit of code into the head of your website. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come over to brackets and I'm going to go to the head of my website, which is right here. I'm going to place it within my head. So I'm going to put it right under my CSS. It could be before, could be after, but it has to be in the head of your website. And that's linking here to a CSS page over on Google's server. And it has an API created for it. So it's linking to a style sheet just like our style sheet, but this one's over on Google's server. So that's step one. Step two is, you can see here, it says this is how you'll actually link to these families in your CSS. So I always copy the font families, and I'll come over to my CSS and I'll place it in a comment at the top. And remembering that commenting is different from HTML to CSS. So for CSS, it's backslash with the slash again. And I keep it right here so I can easily use it. So if I know this is going to be my body copy, Lato, I can add that to my body and it'll be the body copy for the entire page. And then if I know I want this font family to be my logo, it's my logo font, I could use that for my logo. And now when I come back here and I preview this, refresh, you can see that there is my display font and here is my body copy, that Lato. So everything is Lato except for the font that I overrode the body, because everything's in the body, with the Abril. That's how easy it is to use Google Fonts, and there's some great options there to play with.